Good evening, everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, everyone. Welcome back to the journey of understanding human life, creating a fulfilling life. This is the journey to raise or elevate our inner awareness. And today is day 6 out of 100 days. And as usual, we have the sections in the beginning. We will have a couple of minutes to share about the lesson, about your takeaway or any realization that you have throughout the day or your recent experience. And we know that this is for activating our human brain, which can see the better future in us, the good things in us, in other people, and the better future in us and in us and in other people. And thank you very much for your presence. Uh, and if anyone who want to know what we have uh, discussed in the previous sections, I have the YouTube channel, so you can check it there. All right, so we have a couple of minutes to reflect on our experience, current experience. So, what is the lessons that you inferred recently, or do you have any takeaway? The thing that you can apply it into your life, or any realization. So, just think about. Just take a couple of minutes, to think about it. Okay, before we get into the new lesson today. Thank you very much, everyone, for your presence. All right. So, if nobody want to share something, we'll continue what we have left yesterday. Yesterday, we we explored about the root cause root cause formula of life, and we understand that there are some key points that I need to review a little bit before we get into the new lesson today, right? Mm, So we know that every result that we get, okay, our reality is the result of the series of our choices. That is the series of our choices, and we have the awareness that everything happen into our life, everything that we have in our life or the result that we get comes from us, come from us, everybody. So yesterday we have shared about that. So we just review a little bit on it. And the first awareness that we need to establish here, or anyone who have this awareness, congratulations, because you take the ownership. You take the ownership to live your life, to be the owner of your life. The first awareness, everything that you have in your life, the result that you have comes from you. And remember, it's whatever it is not your fault. It just comes from you. Okay, it just comes from you, but it's not your fault. So you don't have to blame yourself for any other fault, because we know that it comes from us. It's come from us, but it's not our fault, because we don't. There are things happens, we don't know what happened, and we understand how it happened in our life in the later sections, when we understand about the root cause of life according to other perspective. But here, have the awareness that everything happens into our life or our results comes from us, come from us, but it's not our fault. That's the first awareness that I want to emphasize here. The second one, that everybody has the belief, and the direction of your belief or the orientation of your belief aligned with your result, with the result you get. So if you believe that you can do it and you get the same result, and if you believe that you cannot do it and you get the same result, that's why we need to differentiate between inner belief and consciousness desire. Somebody said, I think I can do it, I believe I can do it, but in reality they didn't make it. So it's just their conscious desire, it's not their inner belief, because whatever you believe is come true, it turns into reality, your reality. That is the second. That is the second awareness that I want to emphasize here. And your belief sometimes it doesn't pass through thoughts, action, habits, personality to make a choice, but it can go directly from your belief, and you have that choice. You have that belief and you have that choice. So we know that how belief form our life. And if you want to change your belief, you want your belief aligned with your desire outcome. So how can you do that? We need to know what decides our belief, what builds our belief. And the experts have shared with us that the mental images, the mental image, the image inside us build our belief. There is a let's say it's a mini game. Okay, it's a mini game, and I hope that you can play these games with me, so that you can understand more about the mental image. Okay, so think about two people. It could be your loved ones, your colleagues, your friends, whoever. Think about two people, whoever pop ups in your mind. So choose them. Okay, and you can get a paper or note it on your phone. For each person that you choose, okay, for each person that you choose, write down 5 words would describe your feeling and perception about that person. For each person that you choose, that you think about, write down 5 words which describes your feeling and perception about them. Okay. All right. So I will take my, okay. I'll get my family members as an example. All right. So the first person is my dad. So when I think about him, there is a word about him that's he's generous, intelligent, patient, love me, and open minded. Okay. And when it comes to my mom, she's um carefree. She lovely. She's gentle. Somehow I felt she cute and she loved me. Okay. I I'm thinking about my dad and my mom, and these are the words that happened in appeared in my mind when I think about them. And you can see that you can do that with your loved ones, with the person whoever pop up into your mind, and see it. If these words are positive, are positive or negative. If they more their major of them are is positive, it means that you have a good connection with that person. But if the major of words that you listed down is negative, it means that you have a bad connection with the person. And these words, which are described about my dad and my mom, I have it recently, but I didn't have it in the past about 2 3 years ago. And we know that we have learned about the principle of light. We bring the light in the house. We see the good things in other people, and we use the brain activation principle, so that we apply that principle, we can see the good things in other people more often. And then we use the principle of aligning with desire, and we have the questions which aligned with our desire, with our desire. So the more we're doing that, the more we the more chance that we can see the good things in other people. And I applied it into my family members. And then now I have my dad is generous, intelligent, patient, love me, and minded. Open minded. It means that my connection with my dad is very strong. Only have on the image that I have about him is positive, super super positive. And with my mom, similarly, before I don't have these very beautiful words about her, and now I'm happy that I can share about her with these very beautiful words, beautiful image. And thank you everyone for keeping these beautiful words about image, about my images, about my mom. And she's carefree. Sometimes I think she's very naive, lovely, gentle, and sometimes I felt she's cute and she loved me. And these are the mental images that we call these words, which the words that we use to describe about the people around us. We call this that these are mental images. The image that we have in our mind about other people. And see if you have the bad connections with the people around you, or with the people or uh, you has written down on the paper here in this mini game. So it builds your belief about them, and because of that belief is a reality to you, it means that they are such a person in your eyes. But do you sorry do you think that other people also have the same thinking or same mindset about that person? They could be negative in your eyes, but they might be positive in other people's. Have you checked with other people? And even they could very bad with you, but with a very new person like me, and I don't have any bad idea about them, for example. And so do you think that these mental images is just from us? And if I can prove to everyone here that these are just come from us, what do you think? What do you think? So if it's all from us, so we have the chance to change our mental images, to change our life, because it's just from us. And other people has different mental images, so they have different results. All right. So let's Okay, now I have one thing, one object in front of me. Look at the my camera. Okay, on the camera. Look at some in my face. Okay, there is an object here in front of me. You see that, right? And what is it to you? So please collaborate with me so that we can understand this idea is very, very important so that you can understand that the power of our mental images, the power of our mental images. Okay. So in front of me, there is an object. What is it to you? What is it to you? So is is can be a pen or a marker, something to write, right? Something helped you write. All right. And if there is a puppy here and he play with this object, he buy this object, he play with it. So what is it to him? To the puppy. To the puppy. It can be it can be a toy or a bone, right? To the puppy so that he play with it. And now, so who is the next question is who is correct? Human, us, or the puppy? So is a pen, marker, or a toy or bone? Both are correct. Right? So is a pen or marker to human, to us, but is a toy a bone to the puppy. And now, okay, I will place this item, this object on the paper. So look at the camera on the paper. And I disappear. I'm not here in this room. No puppy, no human. Everybody in this life, not here. Nobody here. And the door closed. So now, what is it? What is it? What is it? What is it? Somebody could say it's nothing. It's nothing. Or pen or toy or bones. But because there is no observer, so it's nothing. It will become a thing when we appear here and we observe this object. And if there is the puppy, observe this object. So if we enter the room and we see this object, it turns into the pen or marker to us, and we use it to write, to write, right? And if the puppy, at the same time the puppy enter the room, it's turn into the toy or bone too, to the puppy. And correct. At the same time, it can be different things. So the question is, we see this object and we have an idea about that. We have the concept about that. We have the concept about this one. So what it is comes from our minds, come from inside us, or it comes from itself. It comes from itself. Yes, it comes from us, come from our inner being, our mental images about it decides what it is. Our mental images about it decide what it is. That's why, because we have the mental image about this object, is a pen or marker which can help us write. So that in reality it's a pen or marker. And it turns into the toy or the ball to the puppy. So anything that we have in our mind, our mental images comes from us. And there is a concept which we call empty nature. Empty nature. Empty nature. Everything, any object in this world has the empty nature. What does it mean? Empty nature means anything, any object has the possibility to be anything. So whatever it is depends on our mental images about it. So it's and can be empty, or it can be something comes from this empty nature. So this object can be a, a market or a toy, depends on the observer. So it depends on us what we see from it. So it's turned out to be that thing. And we have that reality. That's why we can apply it into our life and our even our body or ourselves. And if we think we are someone, if we think we are someone, we cannot be anyone. We cannot be anyone else. If we think we are someone, we cannot be anyone else. If we think we are someone, we cannot be anyone else. But if you think you are nobody, you can turn into anyone. If you think you are nobody, you can turn into anyone. So from zero, you can turn into any appearance, anyone's, any version of you. But if you are someone, so you stick with that image about you. Like now, somebody who have the image about this object is a pen or markers, and you think it's just a pen or marker. It cannot be anything else. But somebody look at this object and they have an idea about their business. Somebody look at this object, they could have an idea about their business. Because anything in this world has the empty nature. All things has the empty nature. It can be anything, depends on the observer. If we think we are someone, we cannot be anyone else. If we think we are nobody, we can be anyone. All things in this world has the empty nature doesn't mean that it doesn't exist, but it means that it can be anything. Depends on the observer. Depends on the observer. Empty nature. Everything in this world has the empty nature. Okay? All right, because of the empty nature, so your life also has the empty nature. If you want to have a specific life, you have the dream, you want to have your dream life, just make it, because everything has the empty nature. There is always hope because everything has the empty nature. So it has the potential to be anything. Empty nature. All right. So that is go back to our root cause formula of life. Now we know that everything that's every result that we get comes from the mental images that we have, and it depends on our if our we have beautiful mental images or we have positive mental images to have a positive result. It depends on our the orientation of our mental images. And somebody want to have a beautiful, have a better positive mental images, but they couldn't. So that's why they can't change their results. So how the question is, how can we change our mental images about our life, about some bodies or about something, so that we can change our results? And the experts also share with us which forms or establish our mental images. Is from what we hear, is from what we see, is from what we say, and is from what we know. Our mental images comes from what we hear, what we see, what we say, what we know daily. Daily. Our mental images comes from what we see, what we hear, what we see, what we say, and what we know daily. So do you get the point here? Someone have such mental images when they was born in that such family. What they hear, what they see, um, every day is negative. So they have negative mental images about something, and they have respect results. I mean, they have the similar results. And what they know will decide what they say. If you want to have uh something, so you need to know, at first you need to know that what you want, what's your desired outcome, what's your desired outcome, what's your desired outcome, and then you need to establish the mental images which align with your desire or with your desired outcome through what you hear, what you see, what you say, and what you know. By construct what you hear, what you see negatively, and you just focus on the what something that you hear and that you see, and make you have a beautiful mental images which align with your desire, and just narrow down your know, your understanding on something that help you have their beautiful mental images which align with your desire. And because what you hear, what you see, and what you know focus on something which can help you establish the mental images which align with your desire. So what you say similarly is similar to what you know. So that's why I can change my mental images about my dad and my mom, as I took it as an example earlier to everyone. So if you want to change your mental images, change what you hear, what you see, or just, you know, limit what you hear and what you see from the positivity area which aligns with your desire, and change what you know, what you say, which aligns with your desire or with the desirable result. Then your mental images about a thing or about a person or about your life or about yourself change. By doing this, I have changed my thoughts, my mental images about myself. I still remember about more than 2 years ago when I first encountered this knowledge, this philosophy. I I learned this root cause from a love life, and I found it very interesting, and I applied it into my relationship with my family members. Um, and by list out, I know that my reality about my family relationship comes from the mental images that I have about them. So I wrote down the 5 words which describes my feelings, my perception about my family members for each one, each family, each member in my family. And they are positive. There were positive. There were negative words. Is 5, and then I just focus on the positive ones and try to review, scan, do whatever to find out the positive other positive words that I can have about my family members. So for each member, I have at least 5 positive words to think about them. And whenever I place my attention about them, so there are some images about them pop up in my mind, and I just focus on the positivity. I just focus on the positive ones, and what I share with other people about my family members is all about the positive things. So other people also have the positive mental images about my family members. So it's changed. It did change my mental images about my family members, and it changed how I behave to them, because it changed my belief about my family. So it changed my thought, my actions, the way I behave changed differently, and it's changed my choice, the choice of words that I use to talk to my family members, the choice of attitude that I use to treat my family members. So because of the change in my choice, and it changed the results positively, and that's how I apply it into my relationship with my family. And more moreover, I apply it into my work. In the past, I have the image about myself that very slow person, but slow but steady person. And I have the image about myself that I can absorb things, like absorb things infinitely. But in the beginning is will be very slow, and it becomes my reality in the past when I started with my first job, my second job, and even the third one. And I started very slow in every job that I got in the past. And when I encountered this knowledge, I understand that it comes from my belief, and my belief was decided by my mental images. And then I know that my desire, the desirable result that I want for myself, that's a very effective worker. And it's not only about the study, the quality, but it's also about the quantity. So I can make it fast, I can learn fast, I can absorb fast, and do it correctly, both quantity and quality at the same time. And I have that image about myself, and then it did happen accordingly. And with the job that I got more than 3 years ago, and currently I'm still in handling that job, taking that job, and I have good experience with that job. I learn faster. I applied it into very workable and have good performance from beginning. So you see that how we change our mental images to change our results, to change our result. So there is a there's an idea that said channel image, change sorry all right, not a paper. Channel image, change life, channel image, change life, clear image, clear image is results, clear clear image is results, change image, change life, clear image is results, vivid image is results. So as long as you have clear mental images, mental image is your result. And Everything starts from the result of your mental images seed. Everything starts from the result of your mental image seed. Everything begins from the result of your mental image seed. Have mental image seed. Everything starts from the result of your mental image seed. Everything starts from the result of your mental image seed. So let's review this formula, the root cause formula of life. Three. Everything starts from your the results of your mental image seeds. And there are some key points that we need, or some awareness that we need to emphasize here. The first thing, our results comes directly from the series of our choices. Okay, so that means everything begins from us. Everything begins from us, but it's not our fault. And why it's not our fault? Because there are things happen. Sometimes things happen and we can't control it. We can't control it. So things happens comes from us, but it's not our fault. Just remember that, and you understand why it's not our fault. uh, we have another perspectives to explain about the root cause of life, so that we understand why it's not our fault. But at the moment we understand that, the first awareness here in this knowledge that everything starts from us. The root cause of our life begins from us, but it's not our fault. Thank you, everyone. Hello, Hope. Thank you for your kind words. And the second awareness, that's where I want to emphasize here, that everybody has their own belief, and the orientation of your belief aligned with your results, the result that you get. Okay, everybody has their own belief, and the orientation of your belief aligned with the result that you get. So the thing that how can we have the belief, how can we view the belief which aligns with our desire? That is the second awareness that we need to have here. So it means that whatever you believe, it is your reality. It turns to be your reality. And the third awareness that we need to know that everything begins from the result of our mental images seeds. Everything starts from our mental images. And the image that we have in our minds aligns with the result that we have, the result that we get. So that's why. And because of that, we have a concept called everything has the empty nature. We has the concept called empty nature of everything, of all things. Empty nature. Empty nature, everybody. Everything has the empty nature. So if empty nature doesn't mean that it doesn't exist. It doesn't exist. It means that it's nothing so that it can be anything. And shared your kind words to me. Thank you very much. And because everything has the empty nature, you also have the empty nature, right? So you can be anyone. You can be anyone. And I I hope that I can see your live sections or your sharing about our knowledge um, on TikTok or some other social media. Thank you very much. So everyone has the empty nature. Our body has the empty nature. Today, it's yesterday it can be we can be weak, or but today we're healthy, and tomorrow we're healthier. So we have empty nature, so that why we can be anyone. But if we stick ourselves to someone, we cannot be anyone else. We cannot be anyone else. So that's why we need to remember that the empty nature of everything. We has the empty nature. We has the empty nature. And so that's why we know that everything starts from the result of our mental image seeds. So just when we change our image, we change our life. Change image, change life. And if we have the clear image, vivid image is the result that we get. Clear image is the result. Change image, change life. Everything starts from the result of your mental images seeds. So we need to change what we hear, what we see, what we say, what we know, to change our mental images, because our mental images comes from what we hear, what we see, what we say, and what we know daily. So that's all about the is all about what I want to share about the root cause formula of life. The first perspective that we can explain about the root cause of human life. The root cause of human life. So how to apply this principle? So at first we need to know, what do you want? You need to know what you want, you truly want, your desire, your desirable result, and then build the mental images aligned with that desire by narrow down what you hear, what you see into the things which align with your desire, and change what you know, what you said, aligned with your results, desired results. So that is what I want to share with everyone about this root cause formula of life. Hopefully that you can get something, you have some lesson, some takeaway or realization so that you can change your life. And this is uh, how science, from scientific perspective, we can explain about the root cause of human life. Thank you very much, everyone, for your support, for your heart and kind words, for your presence. And I guess we can wrap up here. We can wrap up here. Thank you very much for your support, for your presence, and see you tomorrow with a different, with another perspective to explain about the root cause of life. And if anyone wants to share something, your lesson, the new lesson that you got from here, or the your takeaway or your realizations, please do. You can put it on the comments so I can see that. Okay. If there is no sharing about your lessons or takeaway or realizations, I think we can say goodbye here and see everyone tomorrow. And I'll try to have the same schedule time at around 7:45 in the Philippines, and it would be 6:45 p.m. in Vietnam. Thank you very much, everyone. Have a good evening. Yeah, have a good evening. And bye for now. See you tomorrow. Thank you very much, Vangfu.